Hey everyone, it's Justin here, Voices for Voices. Thank you again, wherever you are, you're watching, listening here in the United States or across the world. We're grateful and humbled that you decided to take even a second of your time with us. We are a movement trying to help as many people. Again, the organization titles is Voices for Voices, pretty self-explanatory. And so those voices comes in many ways, shapes, and forms, and from lighthearted topics to some of the hardest topics and events that some of us, myself as well as uh, our guests are sharing, and so we thank every guest, present and past and future, because it's not easy to do. It's easy to say they want to do something, but to actually come on and do it is a whole new ball game, especially when we're talking about a global, worldwide audience that uh, some say that we never would achieve, never would attain, and that we're not attaining and achieving right now. And so we have God, faith in Him that He is getting our show, our organization to the right people at the right times. And this episode is going to be more of an uplifting episode. Sometimes it may seem that like, oh, well, we're not having fun, that we're not enjoying. Well, sometimes when you're talking about hard topics, it's not going to come across as all rainbows and butterflies, but inside it feels good, and I'm speaking on my behalf, feels good to be able to share uh, certain topics and experiences. And so that's one of the things of, well, you don't look like you're having fun, and so you're not having fun. You don't look like you're excited, but and I would say, as I've said to anybody, that uh, unless you're inside inside my body, our guest body, and anybody else watching and listening, the only people to know how we're truly feeling is us. And so whether we look like what is, textbook of, like, you'll be able to notice somebody if they're having fun if, these three things are happening, or they're not having fun, or they're uh stressed, or what. We're all stressed, so we can kind of just take that as a given. But this episode is going to be more of an uplifting one, where we're going to talk to David about kind of the an update, because things are moving pretty fast, and they're going to continue, probably even to move even faster. And so it's a good time to check in. You saw part one, where we were able to dedicate that episode to David's mother, Safira Solomon. Do check that episode out, as well as our over 340 plus and growing episode catalog. We have something for everybody. You can watch us, you can listen to us, and we're just, again, grateful and humbled to have you look to us at any point in time. And if you can smash that subscribe button, if you can like, follow, share, all those things. Those are things that are free to do, and it helps us continue to um, spread positivity, even if it doesn't look like we're having fun. We as I like to think about the One Third Eye Blind song "Jumper," about about stepping away from that ledge, my friend. And if we're able to, or have been able to, help even just one person up until now and going forward, That's a pretty big feat to have an impact like that. So that's why we're taking a few minutes ahead in this episode to share some of that information and feedback that we do get from time to time. So again, this is gonna be more of an uplifting episode, an update of what's happening. There'll be a little bit of entertainment. I think David might do a little singing, and so we'll let David take it away from here. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you. So, it's going to be a little bit of a different episode because you guys know me as a writer and I write books, and yes, I'm publishing a lot. But I also ghostwrote a lot of famous songs that you hear on the radio. And because I'm in pre-production of one of our movie projects, I'm actually writing the music, handwriting it. I'm a pianist. So I recorded a lot of songs. I won't say what names because of NDAs, but a certain someone that is hot on the billboards right now for their new album. I helped with one of their old albums long ago. And credit to Charlie Puth. He and I go way back. Um, we had the same piano teacher, uh, Ron Oakes, and so we know each other in a very interesting way. Um, but I wanted to share with you guys what it's like as a musician writing music for your own movie. It's kind of fun. So I wrote my first song that got put out at 9 years old, and it was a VeggieTales song out of everything in this world. And then I wrote a worship song with Don Moen, who's a musician in the worship industry. And then my mom worked with Hillsong. And then what was it? I think Brandon Keith and Toby Mac and some other Christian artists. And then I got into some more mainstream One Republic type deals, and and it just really went skyrocketed from there. So I've gotten to meet some individuals that are very unique in the writing world of music because I believe when I write, I create the music for that scene. I'll give you an example. If you watch Smallville season 7, and I do believe it's episode, I think 13 is Hero. Yeah, I think it is 13 Hero. Um, Car is at a concert, and we hear One Republic at the concert. It's too late to apologize. I said it's too late. And we have that song that fits that moment so much, like Arrow and Flash and other projects that I got to have the honor of working in, of creating original music sang by famous artists to fit that moment. We look at the Shallows with Lady Gaga, not saying I had something to do with that, not saying I didn't. And we look at how that shaped that entire movie. And then we look at a horrible movie of Lady Gaga and the Joker #2, which I had nothing to do with, thank God. Uh, that was just horrible. It's a horrible music, Cole. And so the update here, we're going to talk a little bit about what it is working in the music industry while working, writing, and screenplaying, and being a new father and a husband and a CEO. And I'm pretty much on the phone all day and night. And I'm recording songs and I'm producing. And then I'm dealing with harassment and lawyers and stalkers. Like one of them is called Mindy. We're going to do an episode called Mindy. We're going to talk about that individual very soon. But right now, um, I just wanted to go back into the days of songwriting and kind of take you through how a songwriter writes famous music that you hear. So I'm going to take a song that you guys know all too well, and we're going to talk about how we get there. So it's a little bit of a different process. Um, and you may have seen Charlie Puth or Ryan Tedder from One Republic talk about this, and this is kind of the process of how we songwriters write. So I was in the kitchen a few weeks ago, and I heard the sink run, and it was making an odd sound because it needed to be changed, the filter where we live, and it made a rhythm. It made a ooh 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 ooh, and then I dropped a bowl in the sink, and that made a ooh. So then I got on the keyboard and I went ooh, 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 ooh. So that's C and D. And then I started playing around. And so I'm going to let you listen to the progression of how this started. It started like ooh, 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 ooh. No words. Now, when you're a musician, each note can manipulate someone to feel a certain way. If I do a chord of C, E, and G, it's a happy note. But if I do D, F, and A, it's a very sad note. It's a keep running up that hill, keep running up that hill, keep running up that building. It's that sad note. Or kiss my eyes and lay me to sleep. Still that sad feeling. But if I do G, B, and D, that's a happy note. That's a ooh, 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 ooh. Well, this was in between. So this was unusual. It was an F. So you have F, A, and C, and that creates an in between. And so this is how it turned out. I wrote it because of the holidays, because this is a holiday movie that I'm producing, and I'm really excited to share it with you guys. So here's the first part that didn't start right. The lyrics are terrible the first time, but here it is. Ooh, I need to get away from the work because everything is not working out. So I close my eyes and I imagine myself at someplace else. A little bit sunny and not so sad. A little bit smiley where I'm glad. A little less rainy and a little less snow. I want to close my eyes, get the ticket and go. Cause California dreaming, you know what I need. I need some better weather in LA, a little bit to the north or maybe to the south. Somewhere along San Francisco Bay, I need a little bit of sunshine in my life. So that was the first version. And I sent that to my producer, and he said, "Oh, we can have someone famous sing this, but change the chorus. So now it's California dream, and you know what I need. I need some better weather like LA. I need to close my eyes, just relax. Feel the vibe, cause it's okay. I need a little bit of good vibe in my life. I need I need a little sunshine to survive. I need a little bit of, and then the artist and I created. I've been to New York City and New Jersey. I've been to New Mexico and Albuquerque, been to San Francisco, Santa Fe. I've even been to Houston Bay. I've been to Texas. I've been to Oklahoma, borders to Canada and Mexico itself. But nothing compares to the sun in LA. Cause that's like it's breathing someone else, California dreaming. So then we had to work out the kinks, and I had to listen to him, and he had to listen to me, and we had some back and forth. And finally, it's really good. There's another sad song I'm doing, which you would do in the key of C minor. And it goes, ooh, 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 see you again. It makes me wish we could be. But I close my eyes and I realize it's a fantasy. Ooh, ooh. When I see you, ooh, ooh, see all those memories, ooh, ooh, and all the history, ain't no mystery of everything that we made and everything that breaks. Ooh, I thought you were so real, I thought you were the real deal. And then we take that and we up it, and when you're writing a song, you get the tempo a little different for each artist. If it's One Republic, it's do 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 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. If it's Taylor Swift, it's 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. If it's Justin Bieber, it's baby 1 and 2 and 3, 1 and 2 and 3. Little slower. If it's Joe Jonas or the Jonas Brothers, we go together 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, 1 2 3 4, 1 2 3 4. So that's called staccato. Staccato is when it's a short note. We go together, ooh, ooh, ooh. Or I'm so cool, baby. I'm so cool. Okay, and I'm a sucker. I'm a sucker for you. Ooh, 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 ooh. Love me to heaven, baby. Ooh, love me to heaven. 1 2 3 4. That's staccato. Sabrina Carpenter, 1 2 3 4, 1 2. Billie Eilish, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Each artist has their different tempo that you work with, and each artist has their own moods. That's why One Republic wrote the song Halo, but they didn't sing it. They gave it to someone else that could do it better. Because if they sang it, it wouldn't be a female artist singing it. It comes out beautifully when an artist like her sings it, or Miley Cyrus. So many songs are written like from people like me, Ryan Tedder, Charlie Puth, Justin Bieber, and you have no idea that the artist singing them had nothing to do with it. Look at Kane Brown and thank God. Look at Kane Brown, Blake Shelton. Look at Forrest Walker. You know, Look at all these people. Give me your eyes for just 1 second. Give me your 1 and 2 and 3. So now I'm doing this song, and I actually wrote it about my childhood because I was stupid, as I mentioned, joining a gang. Now, I've never drank, I've never touched alcohol, I've never touched drugs in my life, but there's a certain emphasis when you're writing about a character in a Marvel or DC or a myth movie, and it's that moment. So here it is. And you have to make the audience, when you write these lyrics, you want the audience to visualize the lyrics in their head. When you listen to a song, you're listening to a movie appear visually without seeing it in front of you. So you're listening to it and you're making the visual yourself. So, like, I love Blake Shelton because he always tells stories. They met on the pier, and that was how she met him on that night, and didn't know. You're telling a story. It's so unique to tell stories when you sing. David Archuleta, great guy I worked with. These people tell stories. This is true music, not rap, that people just take out of proportion. Although kudos to MGK for writing good raps that tell stories, but some rappers do not tell stories. They just rap because they want to stay relevant. See what I did there? Just kidding. But when you're writing a song, you want to tell a story. So, like, one of the lyrics you're always rewriting is, I was just looking at our own selves, dusting off those old shells, looking at the old pictures of what we would be, wishing we could go back in time and to be. And I remember yesterday, seems like not long ago, when we were not astray. And when I could hold you close, we were young and reckless. Oh, we used to rule the world. We were young and stupid. Oh, we used to think we could get any girl, and now we're old and we're gray, and we're making the song, and we're trying to tell a story that was then and this is now. 'Cause we were young and reckless long ago. Oh, so that's telling a story of when we were kids and we were young and reckless. It's telling that I am dusting off the shelf, looking at our old selves, looking at what we were meant to be, wishing that I held you most, wishing I could hold you close. One of the lyrics we cut was, that's when you haunt me like a ghost the most. And so then the other country song that we're doing in a Texas story is very different. It's toned down and it goes, one and two memories, they surround me. It ain't no mystery in a book, and the history we took. Do you remember the nights in September when we would hold on to each other and gaze at the stars and not go far? Those were the memories haunting me like a ghost. Beat on that emotion. Wishing I could hold you the most. On those nights I'm so lonely, thinking of old history and getting back to those memories. 'Cause they get the best of me. Oh, and they get me down and cry, and they get the best of me. Holding you, wishing I could hold you tight. I never want to let you go. I never want to let you down. I wanted you to know I'm holding on to you now. 'Cause our memory that we made, it ain't no mystery in a book, and all the history that we took, everything we did when we met, we were kids. So it's telling a slow story that you could put to an ice skater. They could dance to it on the rink, or they could dance to it in a country song. And then there's the songs where it's, you just want to be queen for a night. If all you want to do is burn a little moonlight, be my little one, two, three, four. That's country music. So the other thing is, I also fell in love with music, and I owe this to Blake, who will come on our show, that I started teaching legit country dance because I also write music for country singers to this day. So I fell in love with writing songs that you can dance to. There's just an art to it. It's the 1, 2, 3, a 1, 2, 3. It's different than other songs that are at a different pace. Pop is, shiver, ooh, 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 ooh. Ed Sheeran, that's the shiver, and then you got One Republic that's even more pop. And then you got these country songs like She Got the Best of Me, oh. And 1, 2, and 3, and all that's left of me is playing this guitar. And every night in 1, 2, 3, that's when you can dance with your partner and have a good time. So you want to write songs that are written for your partner because they go a long way. Another one uh, is it goes do 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 do. That's what we call a two-step dance, and it's really fun to do country music. I adore it. I love it. I wouldn't trade it for the world. If you know Honeybee by Blake Shelton, excellent country song. I can't say I wrote it. I can't say I didn't listen to it. Country, Blake Shelton, Honeybee. It might be called Honey now. They might have changed the name. And then Adam Levine, girls like me, like a girl, excuse me, guy like me, likes a girl like you. And 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3. So that's a rather interesting rhythm. And then you got Justin Bieber, very dramatic with his music now. I'm sorry, 'cause I'm 1, 2, 3 for your body. Oh, is it too late now to say sorry? And then you have your Spanish songs with Justin Bieber. Not saying I had anything to do with it, not saying I didn't, going Despacito 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 1, 2, 3 and 4 and 1, 2, 3 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2. So it changes the rhythm when you do Spanish music because Spanish is more vibrant. It's alive. It's gonna ooh, say senorita, ooh, it's 1, 2, and 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. They're talking about dancing. They're very alive. I wrote a song called Laguna, Laguna Bay, don't let go. And then you have Flow Rider. Welcome to my house, baby. Lose can 1 and 2 and 3 and 1. And those are for the drunk people that really just don't give a crap about life and they're just chilling to this music. And then you got chain smokers, and you got bands that just like to write those songs that make no sense whatsoever and should not ever be there. And then you have the weekend, which I can't admit to doing and cannot, which write these amazing songs. And Imagine Dragons, whatever it takes. Oh, and 1 and 2 and 3, until whatever it takes. Yeah. And my mom's favorite, Train. Hey, so sister, ain't that Mr. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4? Tonight, 1, 2, and 3. So when you're a songwriter and you're a script writer and then you're a novel writer, it really comes together because when you're writing your novels, so many novelists they make a playlist of all the songs that they're going through in their head, or they'll even play them while they write their novels or their scripts. Me, I just write them, right off the spot. And one of my favorites that I wrote for Wonder Woman that you guys never got to see, we actually shot it in 2011, is if you don't want to see me, you just don't want to see me, you just don't want to see me anymore. I'll be right here. I'm not going anywhere, but I'll be broken, but I'm not broken all the way. I'm in pieces, shattered like glass. I guess I'll leave you in the past, and I'll go find someone else that will treat me better than you, 'cause I should have known. And so it actually became another song that got played in Britt Robertson's I think it's Life Unexpected, and it's still, if you don't want to see me, you just don't want to see me, you just don't want to see me anymore. Ooh, 'cause I want to know what's going through your mind. And the Billboard sign, and that was the song for that. We did a original song for a famous movie that you guys know of. And sometimes, as I chord things, there doesn't need to be lyrics, like X-Men, you know, one and two and one and two and one, or Teen Wolf, one and two and three and four and one and two, and there's that staccato again. And whereas Arrow is Smallville is that nice little melody. And then you have R&B rap from Black Lightning. You know I'm going through the hood. You know I did the best I could. One and two and three and four. One and two and three and four. And there's a time for those. I wrote a something coming up. I've never done drugs, but it is about doing drugs because in that scene, our character is trying to chase a drug trafficker. And so it goes, smoke that dope and let's get high. We could be each other's satellites, and now one and two and three and four and one and two. And that's a nice chorus. And then you have neon lights, and you throw your character running through the scene. In Sound of Freedom, we had music play that was in South America, dun, dun, two and three and four, and then you have the suspense. Star Wars is the same thing with John Williams, Lord of the Rings, Narnia, one of the greats. Is that soundtrack Narnia, Pirates of the Caribbean with Johnny Depp. And speaking of Johnny Depp is a dear friend of my mom's long ago, and you guys will be hearing from him soon. Johnny Depp actually courted one, two, three, four, one, two, three, four, one, two, three, four, one, two, three, four, one, two, three, four. And so I played it by ear, and it was just incredible what it turned out for Pirates of the Caribbean 4, because there's a different version due to copyright of the first movie, which was owned by Disney. And we actually produced Pirates of the Caribbean still through Disney, but not the music part. We used another studio if you do your homework and research. And so, Moana, same thing with Dwayne Johnson. Um, all these songs are all rhythm, and the world is alive and full of rhythm. And so when you're a songwriter, I'll be in bed, and my wife will be asleep, the children will be asleep, and I'll just go, "Ooh, there it is. There it is. Do 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 do." I'll get the keyboard out, call my producer, and go, "Let's sell this to the next artist." and then they'll go, "Oh, I like that. Let's do that." Whether that be Taylor Swift, Sabrina Carpenter, One Republic, Justin B. It doesn't really matter who it is. It's someone in that industry that's sings it better than me, but we're the ones that make them look good so that they can sing these songs and be incredible and make the audience, more importantly, relate to the songs, because you can really bring an audience in with emotion. You can manipulate. That's why the Amish thought that music was witchcraft, because music is manipulative and you can manipulate the mind. If you use a key, I'll give you an example. You just want attention. You don't want my heart. That was Charlie Puth. And Charlie and I have worked, he writes his songs uh, to manipulate an audience in a certain way to feel a certain way, because when you hit a certain note in a certain key, you manipulate the mind subconsciously and chemically to feel a certain way. If I sang a song about breaking up, I'm gonna break up with you, it's what I gotta do, you're going to feel sad. But if I'm singing sunshine is sunny today, you're gonna feel bright, or it's a good day to be alive. And that's why a lot of upbeat songs, you always see people in the concerts just jumping up and down. And then the sad songs, you see them in the bleachers just crying and bawling their eyes out. One of the telltales of manipulating someone in the music industry
We got
is
30
what we call,
seconds, just FYI.
oh, okay, the forbidden notes, the C, D, and F sharp. Never use it. So anyway, that's a little bit about the music part. If we have time, sometime we'll go into why that ties in to music and TV, and then the updates on why this matters. So thank you for taking the journey as a songwriter for some of those great hits that you listen to.
Yeah. Thanks, David, for getting into that. It's something it's definitely exciting, and you as a songwriter and just a writer, a creator, it's just amazing how your mind and your vocals work. It's definitely a cool cool thing. So when people say, "Oh, you're not having fun," it's always serious. Well, I'd say this was a pretty fun episode. That was super cool to get a look, get a glimpse into a songwriter and all the different aspects. And we'll have an episode coming up where we're going to tie this all together with Voices for Voices with Mythical. It's an exciting time. Again, smash that subscribe button, like, share, follow. And thanks to David for being